Hello and welcome back to my channel, Thrifty Day. My name is Leah. I'm the creator behind Thrifty Day. Today's episode is very exciting. It is a complete and chatty flip through of my personal journal. It was an absolute joy working in this journal. There was a lot of really wonderful, happy memories with my friends and family. So I can't wait to show you a little bit of how my process works, and I can't wait to share my journal with you. All right, so let's get into the flip through. First, let me show you my journal. I worked in this journal from January to probably mid-May, so about 5 months. I did make this removable charm, which I love. I always feel like charms tell a story, and so this is a lot of little odds and ends. I usually like to add some sort of nod to my dogs because my dogs are very important to me. Vintage spool. This was a friendship pin I had made, oh my gosh, sometime last year, I'm sure. A vintage brooch. I did an Oz collection recently, so that was sort of a nod to that. And I just thought that these colors all matched really fun to the fabrics that I chose. So that was my removable journal charm. If you were looking for a tutorial about how I make removable journal charms, you can find that here. It's linked in the description box below, and you can also just kind of peruse my channel and find it as well. So now for my journal. I actually sort of haphazardly tied this piece of fabric around it when I first made the journal, and it just stuck. I never picked anything different. So it is literally just a scrap of fabric. So that's all that holds it together. I made it with all vintage fabrics. It is a soft cover. I handmade it myself. These were scraps from actually previous Patreon junk journal collections. So I kind of saved all my scraps and I just sort of pieced them all together. But ultimately, I love the way they all looked. This particular piece is not vintage. I actually think I got these on Amazon, maybe, these vintage style handkerchiefs, and it was also just a remnant left from my vintage Snow White collection. So there's a lot of pieces on here that are very reminiscent of collections I made, which makes me really happy because I really truly enjoy creating junk journal collections. So when I see them mirrored in my journal, I'm always very excited and happy and very proud of myself too, because I'm very proud of what I do. So like I said, this journal is a soft cover. I don't have a tutorial for this, but I will be making one on a live very soon over on my Patreon. You can join my Patreon for as little as $3 a month, and you will have access to those lives and become a part of an amazing community. We have pen pals happening over on my Facebook group, and there's just a lot of really fun stuff. Digitals, happy mail, all the good stuff. So be sure to check it out. So this journal measures just about 10.5 by probably about 7.5. And as you can see, it's very, very thick. It's about 3.5 inches, and it is only one signature. I've been loving just having one signature, and my reasoning behind that is my past few months have been very, very busy. So having a journal where there's just not a lot of pressure, I can just work in it as I feel inspired, has been wonderful. So let's get into it. It has some really cute paper on the front, and this is my intro page. I do have a tutorial for this if you were interested. So I started a picture of me and my girls on a tag. This just says when I started the journal. So I started this January 2024 on January 12th. I did some journaling on some vintage stationery, and this was some really pretty art that was gifted to me by, I believe, Ruth. So thank you, Ruth. And all of that just went into this cute little pocket, and I did some collage work. This was also some beautiful happy mail, and I just used some vintage fabric to add a little bit of color and a vintage stamp. I always save my stamps from things. I didn't cover that because it's so cute. Why would I? This was a big year for my daughter. She went to many, many colleges and visited, did lots of visitation days. She ultimately committed to Pepperdine, but this was one of the preview days, and it was really fun. So I just put that picture of her there right on this. And actually, yeah, that's just a pocket. I actually think I used something they gave her. I don't know. My daughter turned 18, and her sister got tattoos. It says, "Love you to the moon," on one arm, and the other sister has "and to Saturn." So that was very special, and I just used some stars, and this is them getting their matching tattoos. And there's nothing more beautiful than how wonderful their friendship is. Like, I could literally cry. We're not going to talk about it because I'll get emotional. It's already an emotional day. So I'm just so happy. So that day made me exponentially, big word, happy. I did some journaling. This is Little Red and a Little Red sticker. How cute is that? It's a cat though. And then this is just more stuff from the tattoo. And I made a little pocket. And this was a very old card. It was from when my sister got married. And I found it in my ephemera and I thought, how on earth have I never put that in my journal? So right here it is. I do find more and more, I just add pieces into my journal that make me happy. I don't always have to do a full layout. Sometimes it's just nice to add pieces into your journal. I found this in my drawer too and made a pocket. I don't think I put anything in there. And I just did some journaling about it. This story, Ferdinand, is very special to me. It reminds me of my sweet barley. And this was a really fun page that I did. I printed out song lyrics just from my Spotify that make me think of everyone in my family. And then I wrote a little bit about why it's special. I've also been trying to do more of these memory pages that are a little bit more specific so that, you know, ultimately years down the line when we look at this, there'll be memories attached to songs that sort of connect back to what I'm feeling at the time. And so that it's representative of my thoughts and my feelings. So I'm trying to be much more intentional. So that was kind of a continuation of that. And all I did was print those from my Spotify and put it right here, wrote about it. And then that's a big picture of me and my whole family at Disneyland. And that kind of just blends over into a day we spent at Disneyland. I believe this was probably for Steve's birthday. And it was so much fun. We ate at the Lamplight Lounge. We saw the parade. We had fun drinks. It was just a wonderful, magical time. And that is a coaster, actually, from the Lamplight Lounge. We sat right on the water, and then we saw World of Color, which is why I put the World of Color guide map in here. And these are just some more pictures. Look at how cute. Such a fun day. And if you're wondering how to print pictures that look like Polaroids, I just do it at CVS. At the kiosk there, you can upload all of your iPhone or Android photos, and then you can choose the option to have them printed on paper to look like Polaroid. And I think they come out really nice, as you can see. And I love using them in my journaling process. This was actually a really fun tutorial I did over on Patreon. We made these really cute little apple pockets because it was my Snow White theme. And then we also made cute little hearts, and I put Lizzie on there because Hannah always says that she looks like Snow White. And then this was a really old picture of my girls when they were little. Abby is 18 now and Hannah is 21 with Snow White at Disneyland. And then this is an upcycled tag, and that is me and Steve at a private party at California Adventure, and we took a picture with Snow White and with Dopey. Yes, a private party. We're so fancy. Anyway, so that was really fun, and I journaled about it. And then this is some rickrack I use for various things. Lots of vintage rickrack and trim. I love using vintage whenever I can. And this is from some Happy Mail. Oh my goodness, isn't that beautiful? Oh, I'm so lucky to get Happy Mail. I mean, I always feel so special when something comes in the mail for me. This was just a little extra paper doll I had from a collection I had done. And this says, I will always love you. I am on the Autumnal Wood Patreon, and that was a digital. So I printed it out and put it on here. These are my very, very best friends for 2 decades. Love them so much. And then these are just some more of those Valentine's Day printables. Like I said, I am on Autumnal Woods Patreon, and I think this lifts up. And I absolutely love it. This was actually one of her pieces of art that got me hooked because it is a bear that looks like a butterfly that has a butterfly friend. And it very much reminds me of my Barley and my Coda. My dogs are my absolute angels. And so that is very reminiscent of them. We always say that Coda looks like a bear and my Barley crossed the Rainbow Bridge. And we always say he's a butterfly now. And they were just so cute, those 2 old puppies together. And so anyway, and I put some pretty butterflies on there. That's a very special page. Oh, makes me tear up a little. This was a very quick trip to Disneyland. And when I say very quick trip, I think we were there for like 2 hours. But it was still so much fun. So I took a picture and I did a little bit of collaging and I saved my ticket and a pin and a press penny. And I put it all in this really cute little clear pocket that I just taped on here. And it made for a very fun page to use up some scraps, and just it was a wonderful memory. So I was excited about that. And this was a layout I did all for Abby's senior prom. We went prom dress shopping. She ultimately did say yes to the prom dress. It was very exciting. We went to downtown LA and it was such a wonderful day. It was also Eclipse Day. So I saved everything, the receipt, all the things. I took pictures of all the different dresses and I used this vintage book page and some paper dolls because Abby used to always wear vintage dresses when she was a little girl because she was so tiny, her frame, that all of those little vintage dresses always fit her perfect. And so she had so many of them. I still have them. I don't even know what to do with them. And but now to see her in prom dresses is just such a beautiful thing. So that was a wonderful day and one I will not forget, especially because as I record this, it is her high school graduation day. I will be going to see my daughter, who used to wear these little dresses, graduate from high school today. And oh my goodness, I don't know how the time flew by. This is when we saw Magic Strings at the historic Bob Baker Marionette Theater in Highland Park, and it was just magical. One of my dear friends is a puppeteer, that is Diego, and so we took lots of pictures and I made this really fun layout, and I used this big huge card with the clown. You all know I love clowns, and this was my favorite puppet. I was so excited. It was the cutest little seal. Can you see it there? Diego has it, the little puppet. Oh my gosh, so cute, so much fun. Bob Baker has shows throughout the year. If you are ever in California and anywhere in the vicinity, I highly recommend visiting the theater. It is nostalgic, it's dreamy, it's all things vintage, it's a lost art, it's everything you can imagine magical and vintage. And they have a little shop, you get ephemera. It's like a journaler's dream. So do try to go there. I will link them in the description box below. I did nothing to this middle page because I love it and I didn't want to. So I believe this is my Valentine page? Mother's Day? Oh gosh, I don't even know. Oh, Valentine's Day. See, I don't even know. This was in some Happy Mail. Love it all. I believe it's from Denise. We went to El Ranchito. Excuse me. I got a new Pandora charm for my charm bracelet. I got some cute mouse ears. We put them on Ellie. Did some journaling. These were from my flowers, which were so beautiful. And oh yes, from Denise. And so I also incorporated some Happy Mail. Look at how beautiful that stationery is. I just used it to do my journaling. And then a little vintage Valentine and some pretty little strawberry fabric because I'm obsessed with strawberries. This also took me into my Very Berry era, by the way, because I did a whole Very Berry collection. This is really fun. This was a Disney day with Hannah. Anytime you go to Disneyland with Hannah, it's a good day. She loves characters, she loves shows, she loves a few rides, and then she loves to go home. I'm telling you, she's like the perfect Disneyland date. So she loves these little chocolates. So I saved one. Don't worry, I cleaned it. And I think I had a gift card, so I used it. I don't know. And then a cast member gave her a sticker, and we always get pressed pennies. I always make Hannah get pressed pennies with me. She likes the machine, I like the penny, so it's like a win-win. And I did some Peter Pan goodness on here, and that's her and Steve and our tickets, and that was just a really fun magical day. Senior year was packed for Abby. She also was the star of Pippin in her school musical. The star of Pippin is not only Pippin but also a character called Leading Player, and she was leading player. So that is my child in the gold. It is a huge role and I am beyond impressed. She was also in it with some of her very dear friends who are also graduating today, so we'll be so excited. This is her vocal coach that she's had for many, many years. She used to work as a child actress, and she auditioned for many things, one of which was Annie at the Hollywood Bowl. She made it to the final callbacks, all thanks to Rachel. And so that was really neat for Rachel to come back, because she's known her since she was itty bitty, to come back and see her in her high school performance of Pippin. So that was a very special memory. And these were from her flowers that we gave her. And I did put the entire program in my journal. And then this is some journaling, and this is my mama. I don't know what's on here. So my mom and my dad, these were just some pictures I printed out, but they were some of my favorites. And more just favorites, pictures of my mom. I was feeling very nostalgic this day. So I actually just sat down and wrote out things I remember about my mom. I lost my mom 25 years ago, and it feels like yesterday. But those are, oh, I'm gonna cry. Those are all things I remember. Oh, I'm just gonna flip right over that. But they were just some more pictures, and this was my mom and dad on their wedding day. She was so happy. She loved to roller skate. She's on roller skates there. She was the best. And so that's important to me, because even if one day when I'm not here, my girls can read all of those wonderful things about their grandmother, who was a very special and amazing woman. This was a very fun page because it's really just about fabric shopping. I do have a fabric tier on my Patreon. It is currently full, but I'm looking to hopefully add more spaces to the fabric tier. So I think this is the first month I had it. I have a really great warehouse near me that's huge, and they sell dead stock, which is old fabric that is new. It's new, but it's old and it's not coming back. Some of it's vintage. So it's really fun to get it there and send a lot of that very special vintage fabric out to you as well. The tier is not just vintage though. It is specialty prints along with dead stock, and some is vintage. So it's just a really fun tier. And these are just some swatches that I put on there. And this was from my friend Amanda. And every time I think of Amanda, I get happy because we both love owls. So that was fun. Another Disneyland guide map. I don't even know what I bought, but there it is. My tickets. Yes, we go to Disneyland a lot. We love Disneyland. We live in Southern California, and it's a really fun, cheap date for us. I know putting the word cheap in front of Disneyland is not, okay, so it's not cheap, but we do get to go free. So anyway, but there's our Starbucks, and I put this really cute Fantasyland. That's another Patreon I'm on, Mare Bear Press. I purchased this at something, but I am on her Patreon too, so yay. And then my favorite restaurant is the Carnation Cafe, because not only do they have adult drinks, they have fried pickles, which are my favorite. So yay to that. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. Let's see. And this is vintage trim. Oh, this, oh my gosh, dun, da, 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 is such a fun, very busy layout. I had my very first junk journal Thrifty Day meetup ever this year. It was so fun. It was during Dapper Day at the Dapper Day Expo, so it was April 6th. We had the best time ever. It was a huge turnout. This isn't even everyone. We all brought goodies to share and swaps. I made journals. We were dressed vintage. We went into the expo. We shopped. We ate. I became friends, lifelong friends, with many of the people in this picture. And it was just the best day ever. So this is very busy, but I don't care. It makes me so happy. And we went to Panera, so that's the stirrer. These are the little buttons they gave you. Maggie was there. These are some tags from my clothes that I was wearing. Long story, but what I was going to wear didn't really fit anymore. So I had to kind of scramble and put something together. It's okay. I was happy. It all worked out. This was all just fun stuff from friends. Receipts. Shara made this. It's so beautiful. And then I also had these buttons made for everyone. I was there, Thrifty Day Meetup, first annual. My daughter designed that too, so that's special. The taffy, oh, just all kinds of fun stuff. So it's a big, huge, busy layout, but it makes me so happy. I also made these really cute little pins for everyone. So I took the pin off of mine and stapled it onto the page. So this is a very, very happy page, and it's very thick. I don't know what this is, just journaling. Oh, this is my daughter's birthday party. I was like, what's happening here? This is a beautiful birthday napkin from her party. We went to Auntie's, which is in Uptown Whittier. This was a candle from her cake, my beautiful daughter. We had the best time ever brunch. They had a special menu just for her, as you can see, Elizabeth Ryan's 25th birthday. I can't believe my daughter is 25. How did that happen? We had little ladybug candies on the table. This is some wrapping paper, more pictures. We had all different flavor mimosas. It was so dreamy, so wonderful. That's her and her sister. Look at how cute is that. Oh, the best day ever. All of her friends were there. Our friends were there. It was a wonderful, wonderful day. So that was my Lizzie's birthday. Best day ever. This is a Pepperdine layout for my future wave. Very fun, very exciting. I can't believe this is where we are, but here we are. So very exciting, very exciting. That was from a magazine that they have. I saved some of it, and that was from her tag, and just a very exciting day. I think that's just a picture. But that's Pepperdine. I didn't do anything there, but how funny, pepperone. I did not say that right. This is just a layout from when we went to Disneyland. Another quick trip with my sweet Hannah. She loves going on the Winnie the Pooh ride. So we are on the Winnie the Pooh ride. And there's just some Happy Mail mixed in, and that's our ticket. And some trim. And then I made these really sweet little journal charms on my Patreon on a live. And by the way, all of those lives that I'm talking about, if you join today, even just on the $3 tier, which is a digital and live and content tier, you can still see all of these lives. They are all saved on Patreon, so you can go back and see them all if you wanted. These are stickers. I started making stickers this year too, which is really exciting. I do have sticker packs in my shop. It's a little bit different than this one. They're bigger now and brighter, but this was my first sort of demo, so I stuck them down in my journal, which made me happy. And I'm also doing my own postcards, which is really fun. Oh, I did some journaling on there. I did a collab with the washi tape shop, and I'm obsessed. I am forever a fan now. I do have a code, and I will link that in the description box below for the washi tape shop if you wanted to get a discount. Their tapes are beautiful, high quality. Some of them are raised, they're stickers. I can't say enough. There's so much that comes on a roll. You will have washi tape forever. So that is from the washi tape shop if you were interested. And I do believe this is a layout I did here on YouTube. So I will link that below so you could see where the inspiration came. You could actually see me do an unboxing and see the quality from the washi tape shop. And that is it, folks. We have reached the end. Oh my goodness. So many happy memories. I can't wait to begin more work in my new one. I do have my introduction page already up here on YouTube if you were interested in seeing that. So you could give that a look. But there's lots of big moments and memories in these particular journals. And I was so excited to be able to share it with all of you today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. If you are new, be sure to say hi so that we can connect. And I just wanted to say thank you so much. I truly appreciate your presence here, your kindness, and your support. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Bye.